Hello again. In this video, I'm going to go through the syllabus, which is a description of the class and the things you have to do. There's also a link after this video to give you a PDF file of the syllabus so that you could look at it and maybe better print it out to make sure that you keep it. All right, let's take a look at what we got here. And here we are. So, what's in this syllabus? Well, first of all, it's called ESL 345, Advanced Writing 1. This is spring 2020, and those are the dates. It's online, and here are my emails. Those are my two emails. You'll see them many places. They'll be in various kinds of places. You can email me at either one of them. It's perfectly okay. All right, let me move this thing out of the way a little bit. There we go. So, the course prerequisite. Okay, to get into this class, but you're already in it, so you probably know that, is that you have to pass an assessment or pass 331 or 336 with a grade or C or better. Okay, very good. There is a co-requisite. The co-requisite means it's a class you have to take along with this class, and you will be automatically entered into 802 if you are registering before the class start. If you register afterwards, I will send you a so-called APC code so you can get into it. 802 is on demand, which means there are no specific dates that you have to do anything, and there'll be a diagnostic assessment in the beginning to see where you ought to start. It's an extra help, and there is a need for extra help in this class because there's a lot of work. So then there's a course description, takes you from a single paragraph to writing essays. That's what this is about. And there are two textbooks. One of them is called Writing to Communicate, and maybe you will notice that one of the two authors has the last name of Freidenberg. That's me, Gia Freidenberg, and my friend Cindy Boardman, who put together this book. Then there's a grammar book. It's a pretty good one. And it says intermediate, but honestly, I'm only choosing those chapters that people who are doing a writing class really need. So a few of those chapters are in this class. Then going down to the course objectives, that means by the end of this class, you will be able to, at the end of the class, you'll be able to write a full paragraph, 5-paragraph essay, create something called a thesis statement, write strong introductions and conclusions for your essay. You'll be able to outline and write narrative essays, classification, persuasive, and comparison. You don't need to worry about that now, that comes later. And use advanced grammar and punctuation and vocabulary. Now, there's also something in the syllabus about how to access the course, but since you are here, you are already in the course, and therefore you don't need it. The reason I put it in is because I also email the syllabus to people who are not in the course yet, and they need to find out. Here are some important dates: when the class begins, when the class ends. Something you might need to notice is the when you can drop it with a refund. That's on January 26th. And when you can drop it without a W grade, that's the 2nd of February, and you can drop it with a grade in April. Those are important dates for you to keep a note of in case you change your mind later and you want to drop the class. All right, so course schedule, that's what most students really care about. There are writing assignments. All writing assignments are due on Saturdays. They must be either submitted in Canvas or as an attachment to email to your professor. That's me. My emails are at the top of the syllabus. You do know that. And I do not accept any submission after the due date. Keep that in mind. No late submissions. However, you can always submit an essay or take a quiz early. A lot of people do. The maximum point you can earn for each writing assignment is 100 points. The quizzes are due on Sundays. You have 3 attempts to take each quiz. This means you can do the quiz 3 times and the system keeps your highest score. The maximum number of points per quiz is 100, and I hope everybody gets 100. Then there are discussions in the name of VoiceThread. We've talked about that before. On VoiceThread, you can type a comment, speak and record a comment, or even submit a video from your laptop. The maximum number of points for participating in VoiceThread discussions is 20. Now the assignments, quiz, and VoiceThread due dates are on the following page. Everything is due at midnight. You'll find all the same information in Canvas, though, if you click on the word Syllabus on the left side of your course in Canvas. Here's what we call a tentative schedule. Tentative means I'm going to allow myself the possibility of making changes. Let's say some students have extra trouble with a certain area or a certain assignment, then I'm willing to move things around a little bit. Most of the time it won't happen, but even so, you may keep that in mind that I do have the right to change it. So we divide it into modules, 2-week modules. And so there's something on weeks 1 and 2, weeks 3 and 4, weeks 5 and 6, and so on and so forth. You'll see all the details when you print out this syllabus. If you're taking the class for credit, you care about the grading. Now there's a total of 1,340 points available with the points for quizzes and the points for assignments. So given that, anything between 1,200 and 1,340 gets an A. Now you could have A plus or A minus, but when I finally record grades at the end of the semester, I can only give you a straight letter, A, B, or C. And if you don't finish, which really never happens, anything below that gets you an F, which isn't going to happen anyway. Now this is important, class participation and etiquette. Class participation is always important in any class, but in the online class it really is crucial. Now I check participation in 2 ways. First, I look at all your logins and how long you spend on the class site. Next, I look at all your assignments, quizzes, and discussions. Now I expect all students to participate in this class, whether you're taking class for credit or not. Now I actually look at the class every day, maybe not every weekend, but still every day. But you may not necessarily see me there because maybe I'm talking to one student, but that doesn't happen to be you. So I will be there all the time. I'm sort of hovering in the background. If you don't have time to participate, it's better not to take this class. Now in every module, I've put a discussion forum called Any Questions or Comments? Use this discussion forum frequently. It's not graded, so this is our place for all kinds of discussions, whether they're related to the module topic or not. However, naturally, I expect everyone to be polite in our online discussions. Be as kind and polite as you would be to your best friend, or maybe your grandmother. If I ever see an impolite, angry, or inappropriate comment, I will delete it instantly. Of course, that has never happened in all the years I've been teaching online, and I'm sure it won't happen here, but I put it in there anyway. Now, there are lots of places at Saddleback, whether online or in person, where you can get help. So if you're traveling and you're only online and you can't get to Saddleback, there are places, and you can click on any one of these resources to find something for you. If you don't know what to do, email me. If you email me, I'll find the resource for you. And here are quite a few resources, and at the end, almost end, my emails again. giafreidenberg@gmail.com or jfreidenberg@saddleback.edu, and that leads us to a great big welcome again. I hope this was useful.